Call to order the Alexander County Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, May the 16th. And I'll recognize for our invocation Commissioner Larry Yoder and Commissioner Marty Penland for the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would, please stand.
Let us pray. Our kind and most gracious, as we come before you this evening, we'd ask your blessings on those folks that have gone through a terrible situation in Buffalo. We'd ask that you be with the folks in Forsyth County that had a terrible incident last night. Be with our law enforcement personnel and our first responders as they respond to these unfortunate incidents that are happening all across our country. We'd asked you to look after those people who are suffering from mental illness, who have problems, who have hate in their heart, just because of the color of your skin. We'd ask you to be with them and find a way to get into their hearts for them to be better people and find some love and kindness in them and to respect one another as we try to respect one another each and every day. Be with our leaders both in our state, our federal, and our local governments. Be with them that they would make decisions that would be worthy to the counties and the states and the country they represent. Be with those folks that are here tonight and lead and guide us as we go back to our homes this evening. For we ask all thy things in thy name. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This time I'd entertain the commissioner report. I know yesterday was a pretty big day in Alexander County, and it was everything went real well, I thought, and I'm sure people that were there enjoyed it. Seemed to. We kind of missed out on the rain. That was good. So everyone that was there that attended, I'm sure, was excited. The splash pad was a pretty big hit, I think, for the kids, and still is today. So we're hoping that everybody takes care of it, the upkeep of it. It'll last for a long time. And also, just a little note, tomorrow's election day. I'd challenge anyone who hasn't been out to vote, to vote tomorrow. I'm kind of an old school guy. I plan on going and voting tomorrow. I vote on the election day, typically. I'll challenge each one to go out and vote. Every vote does count, and that's how, you can change things. So, any commissioner have a report?
Mr. Chairman, I have a daughter that's graduating from Alexander Central this year, and because of that, I have had the opportunity to attend the honor graduation ceremony that was Sunday afternoon, same time as the park opening. And then this morning, had the opportunity to attend the ACHS scholarship, scholarship presentation ceremony. And I just want to brag on our young folks a little. At the honor graduation ceremony Sunday afternoon, there are 200 and something graduating from Alexander Central this year. There were 15 students who were summa cum laude, which means they had a weighted GPA of 4.49 or higher.
Good.
There's summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. And there were a total of 45 students that were one of those three, and which means there were 45 kids in the graduating class from AC this year that had a weighted GPA above 4.0. And what that means, back when most of us were in high school, we didn't have some of the opportunities that the kids have today with taking college classes, taking, classes through CBCC, at the high school. But what that tells me is we have a lot of kids that push themselves that did much more than was required to graduate from high school. And a lot of these kids, the only way that you get a GPA above 4.0 is, 4.0 is all A's, no B's, ever, in high school. But to be above 4.0, they have had to take APs or college classes or honors level classes that are weighted because they are more difficult. And I was just impressed that there were 45 kids that had a GPA 9th grade through 12th grade above 4.0. And then the scholarship presentation ceremony this morning, I counted on the program, and these were local scholarships. These only don't include scholarships that kids are getting from the university or the school that they're planning to attend. These were all local scholarships. There were 41 local scholarships presented today, this morning. Everything from, memorial scholarships that families have set up to local businesses to community service organizations. To give you an example, the Ellendale Ruritan Club gives scholarships. The Bethlehem Ruritan Club gives scholarships. Schneider Mills has and I don't want to leave anybody out, but just a few examples. Schneider Mills has a scholarship. State Employees Credit Union, the Caitlin Price Memorial Scholarship, which is handled through the Price family. And many of these scholarships actually gave scholarships to more than one young person. To give you an example, the Bethlehem Ruritan Club gave out 8. And basically where I was going with that is, as the parent of a college student, those scholarships mean a lot. And some kids are paying their own way through school. And basically what I was wanting to say is, if you have the opportunity to support a local scholarship, whether it be through a community, whether it be through a community service organization selling barbecue, or somebody selling raffle tickets or whatever, or a golf tournament or what, these organizations raise money throughout the year to give this, for this purpose. And if we can support those folks, it's obviously going to be very beneficial to the students, and as well as the parents of the students that are graduating from, our high school each year. And I was very impressed with the number of scholarships, and I don't know how much money it was in total, but it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it's good information. Those of us who are don't have any at the school, we don't maybe keep up like we should, but those scholarships do, they go a long way to, some children, that's the only opportunity they have to get to college. So if you can support them, we need to do that. And I'm sure the parents like that also. So thank you, Josh, for that information. Any other report? And also yesterday, I was made aware, maybe everyone else knows, there's a professional bowler from Alexander County.
Yeah.
Saw him on TV, Kyle Troop. Now, I think he won yesterday.
The second year in a row.
Yeah, so,
$100,000.
PBA champion.
yeah, if I had any hair, I'd have
saying,
mine
he
like
has
this.
really
But that's good. We need to,
He has really good hair.
we got, Harry Gant, and we got Kyle Troop bowling, so, Alexander County is blessed. But we'll move along to our meeting, adoption of agenda. I'd entertain the motion. Everyone's had a chance to look at the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda as is.
Second.
Second. Did I hear a second?
Yeah,
You
Ken-
can't-
Ken
Okay.
did.
All right. Any other discussion or any questions on the agenda? Okay. All right. Everyone in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, gentlemen. Do we have anyone for public comment? Madam Clerk? Okay, no public comment. Okay, we'll go into item number 1. Recognize Rick French, County Manager, for McGill Associates Alternate State Emergency Funds Proposal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The proposal is to contract with McGill Associates to provide professional engineering services to assist with the administration of alternate state emergency funds which have been awarded to Alexander County. The award totaling $174,000 originates from state emergency funding from Tropical Storm Eta for storm debris removal and will help fund debris removal work for eligible sites identified in Alexander County. Scope of the services to be provided includes bid document preparation, permitting coordination, bid phase services, construction phase services, and grant assistance services. The grantor agency allows for the use of a portion of the grant funds for administrative services. Staff estimates these services to cost $28,040, of which $24,040 will be funded by the grant. The remaining $4,000 will be appropriated from the general fund of Alexander County. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Okay. This kind of goes along with the soil and water
Yes.
debris removal we already got.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, this will just help a little bit more too, so.
Yes.
That'll be good. Any questions from anyone? If not, thank you, Mr. French, on that, and we'll move on to, do we need to approve?
Yes,
Okay, so we need to approve it.
yes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Okay,
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries unanimous. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay. Recognize County Manager Rick French again for item number 2, updated budget process calendar for fiscal year 22 to 23 budget.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Included in that is the budget schedule, the budget process calendar, if you will. Tonight, you'll be receiving the budget message, and the next item, the next big item is the public hearing scheduled on June 6th with the adoption on June 20th. We will need to schedule some work sessions. We may not have to do them tonight, but we need to do them soon so we can be talking about the budget. The Finance Committee met Saturday, May 14th, and had a good discussion about the budget. So just want to present that to you tonight.
All right, thank you. Do we need to, don't need to approve this? Okay. Thank you, Mr. French, and our budget work is moving along real good. Moving on to item number 3, still recognizing County Manager Rick French for Alexander County 2022 to 23 budget message.
Proposed general fund budget for Alexander County for fiscal year 22-23 totals $52,385,587. There is a 4-cent property tax decrease included in the proposed general fund budget, which will lower the tax rate to 75 cents. There are no tax increases in fire districts, no fee increases for building inspections, zoning, or fire inspections. General fund expense requests for the upcoming budget year totaled $55,009,042 in order to balance estimated revenues with the recommended expenses of $52,385,587. The 22-23 budget includes appropriation of approximately $6.6 million of fund balance as a revenue source. General fund original budget for 21-22 totaled $45,927,097, with appropriated fund balance of $2.8 million, and currently stands at $50,741,302, with an appropriation from fund balance of $5 million. The recommended fund balance, the recommended general fund budget for 22-23 includes the following significant items, excluding capital outlay expenses, which are noted later in the budget message. A 5% cost of living for all employees, $937,000. Retirement expense increase due to higher employer rate requirements, $337,000. Increased general fund appropriations to volunteer fire departments, $312,000. Increased appropriations to rescue squad, $58,000. Increased county appropriation to Alexander County Schools, $252,368, for a total of almost $1.9 million. County departments requested over $1.6 million for general fund capital outlay, but not all the items can be funded. The capital outlay items that are scheduled in 22-23 proposed budget total over $1 million. The following list, which is not all inclusive, highlights the major capital outlay expenditures recommended in the budget. IT department, expand fiber network for certain facilities, $115,000. A alignment machine for the garage, $55,000. $244,000 for sheriff vehicles. Courthouse replacement boiler, $150,000. 911 communications, replace radio system and equipment, $50,000. EMS, one ambulance remount, $114,000. EMS, one power lift, $60,000. DSS, replace two vehicles, $53,000, for a total of $841,000. The county will address several building and grounds maintenance projects in the new budget year, the largest of which is replacement of the roof on the sheriff's evidence storage building. The roof replacement is included in the 22-23 budget with an estimated cost of $140,000. The following new full-time employee positions are recommended in the budget: assistant county manager, planner, accounting payroll, accounting assistant payroll, license plate agency staff position, paralegal, environmental health staff position, dental assistant, animal control officer, and park assistant. In addition, part-time and seasonal positions recommended for the parks and recreation for the new budget year include concession workers and lifeguards for Wittenberg Access Park, the park attendants for both Wittenberg Access Park and Courthouse Park. The county has worked to provide new park amenities, and these staff positions will maintain the facilities and grounds for the safety and enjoyment of park goers. City of Hickory is proposing a 3% increase for the new budget year effective July 1st. This is subject to approval of the Hickory City Council as a component of the City of Hickory's 22-23 budget. New water connections must connect to the Alexander County system, and water connections may not be purchased and held for future use. The 22-23 budget year will see the completion of two substantial utility projects, both of which began in 2018-19 budget year, and it seems like a lot longer than that in some ways, especially, I'm sure, to finance. The Alexander County Water Expansion Project and the Bethlehem Sewer Extension Project will provide economic development by adding hundreds of customers and increased development. The majority of funding for the two projects came from issuance of long-term debt from the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. The county began making debt service payments for these two loans in 2021. The county is in the early stages of implementing grant-funded projects that resulted from the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, which direct federal funding from ARPA will be used for a water project to construct new drinking water transmission lines for unserved areas in the county. The state budget has appropriated grants for the following project a new elevated water tank in the Bethlehem area, a sewer extension along Rink Dam Road to Bowman Court. These projects, are not included in the general fund budget, but are accounted for in multi-year project funds that cover the life of the project instead of just a single year. And again, we also had a water tank project. The next step in our budget process is a public hearing scheduled for June 6th at 6 p.m. here. I'll be glad to try to
Okay.
answer any questions, or if you want to talk about dates for work sessions, or you want us to, or you want to check your calendars and get back with Jamie and I, and we'll.
Okay. A lot of reading there, which
There is.
budget's good for what we've kind of ironed out so far. I think most of those, y'all want to just check calendars and get back together with a couple dates to work on the budget. We'll just do that and then
Okay,
get back with Jamie within the week
okay,
to let you know.
okay.
But a lot of hard work going into that and still kind of tweaking on it. So
We are.
It'll be good though when we get it finished up. So, okay.
Can I ask a question? Are we allowed to ask?
No, not really. What's your,
Next one, the next.
No, we're not able to ask a question.
This isn't the public hearing for the budget.
we'll have that June the 6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of like a first drawing, of it that we're going through tonight, just to advise the public we are working on our budget. So if you come back to our public hearing, you can ask questions at that time. All right,
That's what I do.
thanks. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on to item number 4, budget order and amendments, number 91 through 97, and recognize our county manager, Rick French, once again. You want me to read those?
Jamie's going to read them.
Okay.
Budget Amendment 91. Sorry. To adjust the Bethlehem Sewer Fund budget based on data from year-to-date revenue reports from City of Hickory. 92 is to adjust the budgets of the water funds based on data from year-to-date revenue reports from City of Hickory. 93 is to increase the fire emergency services budget for a fire prevention grant received from a property insurance company. This is a private grant, not from a government agency, and it's for the purchase of fire investigation materials and equipment. 94, to increase the senior center budget for a senior Medicare patrol project grant from the Senior Health Insurance Information Program to increase virtual capacity to reach Medicare beneficiaries. Also to increase the senior center revenue budget for other SHIP grant revenue received earlier in the year that was greater than original budget estimates. 95, to increase the garage budget for staffing costs of the new position approved in the 21-22 budget year, to increase the EMS budget for new positions added during the 21-22 budget to increase staffing levels, to increase contingency due to the receipt of EMS Medicaid cost settlement revenue in April 2022 that was originally expected to be received in budget year 2021, but was delayed by the state for processing issues, and to increase the EMS revenue budget to reflect 2 years of revenue from the annual Medicaid cost settlement process. 96, to adjust the multi-year grant project budget for the stream debris removal project for grant funds can be used for up to 16% of actual construction costs and engineering proposal for project administration costs that will require funds from the county's general fund in addition to the state grant funds. And then 97 is to budget for the fiscal year 2022 general fund transfer to the Soil and Water Emergency Disaster Fund's Stream Debris Removal Project Fund. Transfer is needed to cover the cost of the engineer's proposed contract for project administration that exceeds the amount eligible for grant reimbursement.
Chairman, I'd like to move to approve the budget order amendment 91 through 97.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion or question? Being none, all in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you, gentlemen. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to item number 5, other business. Recognize our county manager, Rick French.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One item, and you all received a copy of it, is a change in the personnel ordinance where under Section 7, limitations of employment of relatives, we're striking out no two members of an immediate family shall be employed within the same department. And then highlighting the employment of relatives within the same department at the same time is to be avoided if such employment will result in one supervising a member of his or her immediate family, or where one member occupies a position that has influence over the other employment, promotion, pay administration, and other related management or personnel considerations. Exceptions may be granted as needed in order to retain current employees or unless significant recruitment difficulties exist.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. French.
Thank you.
Do we need to?
Yes, sir.
We need to approve this?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the changes to Section 7, limitation of employment of relatives in the personnel policy.
We have a motion, have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion? Being none, I'd entertain everyone to vote for approval or raising your right hand. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. French.
Thank you.
This time, I would entertain a motion to approve our consent agenda. It's been in our packet. Everyone's had time to look at it. I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor of approval, raise your right hand. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we will enter into closed session for NCGS 143-318.11, 4, 5, and 6 for economic development, contractual, and personnel issues. We will re-adjourn only to adjourn, and I make that as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. We're now in closed session. Thank you, gentlemen.